Title: My sister reached out after years of silence, but something was off. When I was 21, my sister and I hadn't spoken in years. We were torn apart by our parents' divorce. She ended up living with our mother, who I can only describe as deeply narcissistic, and I went with our dad. From that point on, my mother did everything she could to make sure my sister and I never saw each other again. I used to check in on my sister's social media accounts, nothing creepy, just to see if she was okay. I even noticed one day that she had unblocked me on Facebook. I didn't message her. I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do. I didn't want to step into her life if she wasn't ready. Then about a year later, something surprising happened. My aunt got a call from my sister. She wanted to meet with her and our cousin. Naturally, my aunt called my dad and me immediately. We weren't sure how to feel, but deep down we were hopeful. When they met, my sister shared that she'd been kicked out of our mother's house and had been staying with a friend. She hadn't spoken to our mother in over a year, and apparently things had gotten so bad that she just walked out one day, crying, and turned up at her friend's doorstep. She asked about me and our dad. She wanted to know if we hated her. My aunt reassured her, of course we didn't. She said she wanted to reconnect but needed to take it slow. I totally understood that. Now a bit of background. Our mother once slapped my sister across the face when she was just 12 for wasting a tampon. That's the kind of household we grew up in, so her wanting space completely fair, but then things started to feel off. Later, my sister visited our grandmother, Nan, along with her new boyfriend. A cousin of mine happened to be there too. Afterwards, she called me and said the whole interaction felt strange. My sister acted like she'd seen them all just last week, even though it had been 5 years. She told Nan that it had only been a few months since she'd spoken to our mom, not the year she originally claimed. The cousin said it just didn't sit right. My sister didn't really explain why she was suddenly back in contact or why she hadn't spoken to our mom. She didn't mention me or my dad, and something about the vibe rubbed my cousin the wrong way. Shortly after, Nan gave my sister £2,000 to help with university. Within a week of that meetup, my sister vanished again. No return calls, no replies to Facebook messages. She just disappeared. Nan felt awful. She called me crying, feeling stupid for giving her the money. I told her not to blame herself. She did what any loving grandmother would do. Then, out of nowhere, my sister called Nan on Boxing Day to wish her Merry Christmas. A month later, on Nan's birthday, she called again, this time mentioning she was having money problems. Nan passed the phone to my aunt, who, bless her heart, believed every word and told me that it's different this time and that she really wants to see you. In May, around my birthday, my sister texted my aunt asking if she had any old photos of her. My aunt told her that me and Dad might. She said she'd get in touch with us. She never did, and honestly, I'm fine with that. Over time, it became clear to me who my sister had grown up to be. The way she toyed with emotions, the way she treated reconnecting as some kind of bargaining chip, it reminded me too much of our mother. Inconsistent stories, using pity to get money, cutting people off as soon as she got what she wanted. She hasn't asked me for the photos, and I doubt she ever will unless she's truly out of options. But even she knows I won't fall for the same tricks. If we do ever meet, I've considered bringing 2 envelopes, one with the photos and the other with them shredded, and deciding which one to give based on how the conversation goes. I won't actually do it, but the thought is satisfying. The last time I saw her, she was 14 and I was 17. She's turning 21 this year. I'm 23 now. I've gone through my years of anger and depression. I've made mistakes, hurt people, but I've done the work. My life is divided into before and after. And for me, my sister lives firmly in the past. Maybe part of me wants to remember her as she was. Maybe I just don't want to reopen that door. Either way, I'm finally in control of my own life, and I'm not willing to give that up. If I had to sum up how I feel about her and my mother in one word: ambivalent. They could win the lottery or get hit by a bus tomorrow, and my reaction would probably be the same. For anyone else out there dealing with an estranged family, just know this: sometimes cutting ties is the best thing you'll ever do for yourself.